Tiny Rebel, Dutty, Vermont Session IPA.
Life is too short to be drinking shitty beer.
Welcome to another edition of Bands, Bikes and Booze Reviews. The sun is well and truly over the yard arm, so you know what that means. It's fucking beer time. And I've got a can of the Tiny Rebel Dutty. Right, this is a Vermont Session IPA. I'll get onto what that is in a minute. First, a little bit about Tiny Rebel. They're based down in Wales in a place called, I think it's Newport, and they're quite good. I've tried quite a few of their beers. I've never had a bad one. I've had some average ones. The Stay Puffed I thought wasn't really my thing, so I'm not really going to slag that off. I don't really like them really sweet stouts, and that's what that was. It was a porter, I think. And what was the other one? I had their lager as well, which Lazy Boy lager. I thought that was pretty average, to be honest, but it wasn't bad. It was, you know, for what it was okay. I think where they shine is with their Welsh Red Ale. That was really good, and the IPAs that they do. And this is one of them. This is the Vermont Session IPA. Now, if you don't know what a Vermont Session IPA is, I'll quickly explain. There is a brewery in a place, well, an American state called Vermont, and it's called the Alchemist Brewery. Now, they are amazing, and they do a beer called Heady Topper. I don't know if you've heard of it. That is like the holy grail of East Coast IPAs, and it's basically what spawned the whole East Coast style. You know, that big high alcohol, big fruity, hoppy flavour that you get in most East Coast IPAs. That is their signature. That's what they taste like. And the Alchemists were the first ones to do that, and they've now got such a reputation that their beers, they brew them in batches. You're limited to how much you can buy. It's so popular. In the UK, it's virtually impossible to get it. I managed to get a can of their Luscious Stout, which is also hard to get hold of. That was gotten for me by the drummer out of Dropkick Murphys, and he brought over a can of Heady Topper and he gave it to my mate, and my mate got the Heady Topper. But that stout was really nice, so I'm not going to moan about that, but I would have rather have had the Heady Topper just to say that I've tried it, and I would have reviewed it as well. But he said next time he's over, I don't know when that's going to be with all this coronavirus bullshit, but he said he's going to get me a can of the Heady Topper, so I look forward to that. Anyway, enough of my inane rambling, let's get on to the beer. Right, this is a 4.2% ABV, 330ml can of Dutty Vermont Session IPA from Tiny Rebel. It is on the nose, it says it's zesty and tropical. The taste is smooth and fruity, and on the eye it's hazy. It does say what the hops are. That's on the website. I can't remember because I'm getting old and the memory's fading. But if it's what I'm expecting, it's going to be big, fruity, slight bitterness, grapefruit bitterness, very orangey, hazy colour. Let's get it open and let's see what is on the nose. Right, on the nose. Immediately from here, I'm getting big wafts of bitter grapefruit, which is good. Yeah. Lovely grapefruit, mango, and a bit of passion fruit there as well, and some peach, I think it might be. Let's get it into the glass, see what's going on. Now it's been fucking hot out there today. I've been working in the garden today, in between working from home, and yeah, I've definitely been working up as a first, as they say. And there you go. Here it is in the glass. Now that does look like what I would expect from a New England IPA. Very hazy, almost orange. One finger, two finger white head. That's one finger at the moment. On the nose, yeah, lovely, fruity. It's just a fruit explosion. Grapefruit and all them sweet stone tropical fruits like passion fruit, peach, etc, etc. This smells really good. Let's get it down the hatch. Cheers. Oh, that is good. That is really good. Yeah, perfect. This is what I would expect from a New England, and it does deliver. Huge amounts of tropical fruit in that. There's a slight grapefruit bitterness running all the way through it, but they're big, sweet, tropical fruits like peach, mango, passion fruit. They're the three big dominant flavours on this. It's not much of a malty aftertaste. And one thing I do remember from looking up what is in here, they've got wheat in it, which is giving it a really nice mouthfeel. Now wheat, I don't know whether I've told you, but I'll tell you again. Wheat will give it some slight flavour, but it will give it much more body and a really nice mouthfeel, and that's exactly what it's done here. And it tastes great. And the good thing about it is this is 4.2. Now normally on a New England you'd be expecting, you know, excuse me, anywhere between sort of 5.9 and 8% ABV. And you've got to be careful. I mean, fucking hell, I've had a few cans of New Englands that have been, I think, you know, 7.9 or something like that. And I about, you know, and they were 440ml cans. I can't remember who was it. It might have been a Cloudwater one. And I was knocking them back like I was going out of fashion, out in the garden. And I went to get up and I was like, fucking hell, I know I've had a few beers. This is 4.2, so, you know, as I say, they call it a Vermont session, and it is very sessionable. Whether it tastes like the Heady Topper or not, I don't know. But when they say Vermont session, I think East Coast New England IPA. I have to say, that is really nice, very agreeable. Absolutely no complaints about that whatsoever. That is a winner from Tiny Rebel. Really nice. So what's the verdict? Well, I've had a few from the Williams brothers, got into a couple of meltdowns on them, and that was yesterday. And this is the first beer of the day. This is the Tiny Rebel Dutty. And I thought, well, what have I got to lose? Vermont Session IPA, reputable brewery. What does it taste like? And I have to say, this is really good. It's got everything a New England should have. Got lovely body to it. Huge, juicy, fruity flavours on it. Really nice mouthfeel, and overall, just a really good representation of the New England style that's been brewed in the UK. I still think Northern Monk are going to take some beating with their New England IPA, because that for me was one of the best I've tasted so far. But this is really nice, and the good thing about it is the ABV is a bit lower, so you can fucking hammer this and not end up too hammered. So I am going to give this. I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. The reason I'm not going to give it a 10 out of 10, this is $2.35 a can, so it's just a touch pricey. If they could have kept it under £2, then I'd have been all over this. But yeah, it's still good though. I mean, that is just a minor bugbear. You know, and I'm coming to the realisation now that I don't mind. Well, it's not a fucking realisation. I've been saying it all along. I don't mind paying for good beer. It's when I pay through the nose for shit beer, that's when I start losing the plot. And this certainly isn't the case with this. So it's 235 and it is really good. And I've got no complaints, and that is another winner from Tiny Rebel. Tiny Rebel, you're doing it right. Well done. And remember, beer is working class champagne.